I haven't. I tried 4E. Didn't love it. I might look at the SRDs for 5E. Let's ride. Let's see if I can get them all. I don't think I can. 1, 2. Oh, damn, yeah. It's always that second one that I miss. Now, which side was it on? Ah, it's up there. Yeah, I got it. I made it. I had to. Yeah. Wait, did I miss it? No, okay, good. I would have been very upset because I went right over it. I don't, I'm very picky with my horror games. They're very difficult for me to get into. I don't know much about Killer is Dead. I might play it. Hence about what's going to happen in the D&D campaign. Well, let's recap. They have been... This is my favorite part of the game right here. 1 second. Absolutely gorgeous. But D&D recap. So they have been told that they need to cross continents to get to Kralik and deliver a message to Kralik's king. In order to do that, they're going to have to seek or book passage on some sort of vessel. And in order to do that, I mean, we're talking about passage on a very long voyage. That's either going to take quite a bit of gold or them earning favors. So they're going to be in one place for a while. Namely a port town. I'm not a... Speedrunners is a good game, I'm just awful at it. And a lot of the playthrough is just us doing this. And it's wonderful. Arcade, I don't know. It didn't really interest me. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. I was perfectly okay with the ending to this game. See, I think the last time, barring Guild Wars 2, and that's only because I played Guild Wars 1, the only MMO that really jumped out at me was... Christ, what was it? Something Fall. Not Daggerfall, that's Elder Scrolls. What was it? God damn it, it's gonna bug me. Someone will say it soon. Not Titanfall. Not Firefall. Not Firefall. It was an MMO that flopped. Darkfall, thank you. That was it. I never played Darkfall, but the concept of it jumped out at me. I didn't play it because it flopped. And it's really hard to say what sort of a quality that every game must have, because there are so many different types of games. I didn't talk to the person. Their name, I'm pretty sure, says something like whatever their name is, underscore Japan. Or I checked their list after this, their trophy data, and all of their games were Japanese. Pretty sure it was one of the two. I'll probably play Evil Within. Also, I have the commentary for this playthrough as well, but I don't want to talk over myself. What I could have done, though, is set this going, let the playthrough go, and just walked away. No one would have ever known. I would love if there were more games like Journey out there. And what quality in games do I find most important? Immersion. Still, that's still very specific to the type of game. Because, I mean, you can't really get immersed in like a, I don't know, like a puzzle game. Or a game like The Impossible Game. Something like that. You can't really... I mean, you can play it, but there's no real sense of immersion, at least not for me. Like, I can think about many other things while playing that game. I honestly prefer the I hate instances in MMOs. They bug the hell out of me. Because there are people doing the exact... It lessens the significance of what you're doing. For me, at least. I hated it in Guild Wars 1. I'm glad they changed things up in Guild Wars 2. I kind of hate it in Dark Souls. Although I understand why it's like that. I find myself wishing very often for some sort of open world style Dark Souls game, but I can't for the life of me think of how to make it work. I have not played Tor and I have not played Galaxies. I haven't played any Bethesda games either. I have played Bioshock Infinite. I have not played Burialets either. Yeah, PlanetSide 2 is very good for that. I feel like open world MMOs can work if done right. It's just that developers, find themselves trying to balance it somehow. It's not even the fact that it's open world and an MMO. It's often the genre and the way they try to tie everything together. It can work. Like, I've been, for I don't know, the past 6 years thinking up of how to make an open world zombie MMO, like in a city setting, at the beginning of an outbreak where it could feasibly work. It would take a lot of direct interaction with the development team, though, so it would be very difficult to do, but I think it could be very rewarding and it could be done. I've not heard of Entwined, and yeah, I'll get to Morrowind eventually. Open world Dark Souls. The sort of world exploration of Demon Souls, but with more people running around like the NPCs in Demon Souls. Like how you would run into... Christ, what's his name? Ostrava, I think. Or Yurt, or Patches, or any of the other NPCs that are just walking around the world. I would love for a game to be so massive that you can just encounter players like that. I would even settle for other players being dropped into your... or it's sort of merging you into worlds without telling you. But instead of being invaded, it's just you running into another player. Sort of like how Journey does it. You're running along and you don't really get any indication. People are just there. I feel like if games did that, it would be much more... the atmosphere would be there. You wouldn't have to worry about all this. You wouldn't have to worry... well, the world building would still be necessary. The level design would still be necessary, but you wouldn't have to worry about narrative quite as much. The narrative in Demon Souls is lacking in comparison to Dark Souls. But I feel like it worked because of the atmosphere. Zombie U was that multiplayer. Take care, Rapid. I'm sorry, Raplet. Was Zombie Use multiplayer any good? That was... oh no. I don't remember if getting spotted there is scripted or if I could have made it through without being spotted. or if I could have made it through without being spotted that early. Either way, I know I was pretty concerned when I got spotted there because I was so far away. Seamless drop-ins and outs would be lovely. Take care, burritos. I like flight sims. I just don't like flight sims with a keyboard and mouse. One of the main reasons I'm so geared up for Star Citizen, which is another game I'm looking forward to, is for the flight simulating capability, the space sim. I just need to buy a decent stick for it. Maybe one with throttle controls, but I don't have room for that around here. I don't know. I might have to compromise. Hello, Velvet. I don't know what FC or DCS. I don't know what those are. Take care, Frenchie. It's not a rocking beard, but it is a beard. My dreams are often unpleasant. I've played, most I've played of Watch Dogs multiplayer outside of, well, I've done racing, I did what I think was like a TDM thing, and I've done free roam. No, I got all of that, Datrios. I feel like that could work. It would be hard to balance. I don't think you would be able to do it without having multiple servers like that, because if there would be no consistency otherwise, I think. You would have to, each player would have to have their own world consistency. Intentional beard. Console games that I have a passing interest in. I don't know. I feel like any game that has captured my attention on console I've bought. I did get Wing Commander 3 on Origin. It was free. It still might be free. And I love this right here because we are sustaining each other's energy, I guess. We are doing endless flight and it's amazing. Sure, let's go with stamina. One fear for uploading this was a lot of the playthrough is just us chirping. And while I love it, I can understand that it could be boring to watch. And there's also a lot of dead air with me just not saying anything because I was so engrossed in this playthrough, in this game. A country or place that I would love to visit. Where wouldn't I want to visit? Well, I can think of a few places actually. Like, I don't think I would want to go to North Korea because safety. Pretty much any place that's not safe to be right now, I wouldn't want to go. But otherwise, I mean, I want to see Alaska, I want to see the Northern Lights. I want to go to China, Japan, London, or just the UK in general. That whole area. I'm okay with going most places. New Zealand. New Zealand is gorgeous. When I want to meet any of the crew, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to it, I guess. And for audience, do you mean the players or the people watching the game? That does make a difference. Take care, Lala. Bloodborne also has my attention. I always forget about it. I don't know how I would feel about the Telltale series being, or having more gameplay. I don't think they would be as powerful. Those games are all about the narrative, and take them away and you don't have a Telltale game. I think for D&D, the biggest thing, at least for a player, as a player, I think choice is very important. I think choice is important as a theme. There can be too much choice and there can be too little choice. And it's very difficult to find the right balance. And it's also, I think, the responsibility of the player to forego choice at points. And choice is the only really a potential cause of what I really believe is the most important facet of being a player, and that's feeling like your actions matter, feeling like you matter. If you don't, end up affecting the world you're a part of, what's the point? I am envious, concerned. And I have dogs. I have 2 of them, and I've had dogs for most, if not all, of my life. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a dog person, though. I don't dislike dogs. Dogs are great, but I also like cats. And in terms of living with an animal, I would honestly rather live with a cat. Less noise. The only problem with that is the destruction of, well, property damage. That's a big reason. But I don't like noise. Take care, Cypher. Sherlock can bite me. I'd appreciate it if he didn't bite me. That would be painful. He's a loud dog.